Hello all, good morning. How are you? I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to your IT class. This is video number 25 and we are dealing with chapter 7, data analysis. So let's see the topics that we have learned in our last class. In the last class we have done activity 2 and 3. Activity 2 was calculating the sum in a spreadsheet. For that, select the appropriate cell where the sum of the first row is to appear. Then click on the sum tool in the toolbar and press enter key. Then we'll obtain the sum of the first row. Then with the help of fill handle tool, fill the remaining cells. Then activity 3 was using spreadsheet to find the average. Here also first we have to select the cell which is meant for the average of the first row. Here we don't have a tool to find the average. So we have to type the equation or the formula to find the average in that cell. The formula for finding average is sum divided by count. After typing the formula, press the enter key. We'll obtain the average of the first row. Again, with the help of fill handle tool, fill the remaining cells. Today we are moving on to the last topics of this chapter. So let's see the learning objectives of this class. Today we are going to learn how to add graphs or charts in the spreadsheet. In LibreOffice Calc, we have different types of graphs available like column diagram, bar diagram and pie diagram. So we can display the data in the form of different types of graphs. Column diagram and bar diagram are bar graphs. Column is a vertical bar, bar is a horizontal bar. Then pie means it represents the data in a circular format. So we have three types of graphs: column, bar and pie. Column is a vertical bar, bar is a horizontal bar, pie is a circular diagram. Now let's see how to add graphs in the spreadsheet. This is the table that we have prepared in our last class. The electricity bills for the month of March, May and July of various students. Then we have found out the sum and average in the last class. Now we are going to add graph into this. So in order to draw a graph, we need at least two kinds of information. A graph will have at least an x-axis and a y-axis. So we need at least two kinds of information to draw a graph. Here we are going to select the first two columns for that. That is name of the students and the electricity bills for the month of March. So how can you select different columns or different cells in the spreadsheet? If you want to select only different cells, then select the first cell, hold down the shift key in the keyboard, then select the last cell. Then the entire cells in between that will get selected. But for drawing graph or to add a graph, we need two columns. So how to select different columns? For that, first select the first column, then hold on the control key in the keyboard, then select the second column. So this is the method to select different columns in order to draw a graph. If we need to select different cells, then click on the first cell, press the shift button, then select the last cell. So entire cells in between that will get selected. Then for selecting different columns, select the first column, then press the control key in the keyboard and select the next column. So now we have selected two columns that is required to add a graph. Now we have two methods. Either we have to click on this insert chart tool in the toolbar, or from this insert menu select chart. Then a window will appear. Here we have four options. The first one is chart type. In this we have different types of charts: column, bar, pie, etc. So from this we have to select a required type of chart. Now we are going to select column type of chart. Select that. Then after that press on the finish button at the bottom. Now a graph is inserted. Now we can click and drag this and change the position so that the table is visible and the graph is visible. Okay, so now we have inserted a chart. Now in your textbook page number 56, some questions are given. First one, given below is the takeoff the quantity of the food produced in India over a period of time. Prepare a column graph of information using LibreOffice Calc. A table is given, we have to prepare a column graph. So I have prepared that table in LibreOffice Calc. Now we are going to add a column graph. So we have to select two information. Here we have to select the two columns. How to select the two columns together? Select the first column, press the control key, then select the second column. Now we have selected two columns. Now either click on this insert chart tool or from insert menu select chart option. Now a window will appear. From this select column type of chart, then press finish button. Now the chart is inserted. Now let's move on to the third question. Scores obtained by students in 4 class tests are given below. Prepare a table and calculate the average score using LibreOffice Calc. Okay, I have prepared that table here. We have to find the average. So before finding average, we have to find the sum. So we'll select this column to find the sum. So we have to type a title sum here. Then in this cell, we have to get the sum of the first row. So select the cell, then click on the sum tool. An equation is obtained here. Now press the enter key. We'll get the sum of the first row. Now by using fill handle tool, we can fill the remaining cells. So select the first cell. We can see a small dot at the right bottom corner. Place the mouse pointer on it. We can see the mouse pointer changing to a plus sign. Now click and drag the mouse up to the cell we want to fill. After that, release the mouse. These cells will get automatically filled. Now we got the sum of all the rows. Now we have to find the average. So we'll select this column to find the average. So in the first cell, we'll give the title average. Now in this cell, we have to get the average of the first row. That is average of the first student, Vibin. So we have to type the equation to find the average here. What is the equation of finding average? Sum divided by count. So first we have to give an equal to sign. Then sum means for the first student sum is 275. But instead of typing this value, we can give the cell address of this cell. This cell comes under column G and row 2. So the address of the cell is G2. Either we can type the cell address G2 here or just click on this cell so that the cell address will automatically come here in this equation. So sum divided by count. What is the count? Here we have 4 subjects: English, Hindi, Science and Maths. We have 4 subjects. So the count is 4. So we have to give 4 here. So equal to sum divided by count. Sum means for the first student sum is in this column. The sum is in this cell. So the cell address is G2 divided by the count is 4. We have 4 subjects. So the count is 4. Now after giving the formula, press the enter key. We'll get the average of the first student. Now again by using the fill handle tool, we can fill the remaining cells. So select the first cell. Bring the mouse pointer on this dot. Click and drag, release the mouse. Now we have got the average of all the students. Our next question is, reproduced below is a table from the chapter pie charts in your mathematics textbook. Type this out in LibreOffice Calc and draw a pie diagram based on this. So table is given, we have to add a pie diagram. Okay, I have prepared this table in LibreOffice Calc. Now we are going to draw a pie diagram. So we'll select these 2 columns. So select the first one, press Ctrl key, select the second one. Okay, now 2 columns are selected. Either click on this insert chart tool or from insert menu chart. Now a window appears. Here the chart type we have to select pie. After that, click on this finish button. A pie chart is inserted. Next question. Your basic science textbook has a table indicating the quantity of various components of the atmosphere. Represent the table in LibreOffice Calc and prepare a pie diagram. I have prepared this table. Now we have to prepare a pie diagram. So select the first column, press the Ctrl key, select the second column. Now either click on this insert chart tool or from insert menu select the chart option. A window appears. Select the chart type as pie diagram. Then click on the finish button. Now a pie diagram is inserted. Now let's summarize what we have learned today. We have learned how to add graphs in spreadsheet. So in order to draw a graph, at least two kinds of information are required because a graph has an x-axis and y-axis. So two kinds of information are required. So select the required information or the cells. So how to select the cells? If we want to select the cells, click on the first cell, press the shift key, select the last cell, then the entire cells in between that will get selected. But in order to add graphs, we need different columns. So for selecting different columns, select the first column, press the control key and then select the second column. So this is how we can select various cells or different columns in the spreadsheet. So first we have to select two kinds of information or two groups of information. Then either click on the insert chart tool in the toolbar or from insert menu select the option chart. A window will appear. In that we have to select the required type of chart like bar, column or pie. Then after that click on the finish button. The graph will be inserted in the spreadsheet. Now your homework for the class is write the answer for this question. Question is, what are the different types of graphs in LibreOffice Calc? Write the answer for this question in your notebook. So children, I hope all of you have understood the topics that we have learned in this chapter. So by this video, we are completing our chapter 7, data analysis. So do your homework, write your notes regularly, study well. See you next class. Bye, take care, have a nice day. Thank you.